Hi there and welcome to video number 7. This video is on types of number. Now there's not really much to this one other than just learning what the different types of numbers are. I've put some keywords in there for the different types of numbers. You've got even, odd, positive, negative, square, cube, prime, rational, irrational and integers. Okay, so all useful words to understand in order to be able to answer these types of questions. So I'm just going to run through what each of those types of numbers is whilst I'm doing the questions. In question 1, you've got listing 3 examples of integers. Integers are whole numbers. Okay, we just need one positive one. So I'm going to put the number 1. The number 1 is the first positive number. One negative one, I'm going to put -1. That's our first negative number. You could put anything here. You could put 2, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. You could put -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, anything. Okay, and then one square number. Well, they're specific types of numbers. So square numbers are 1, 4, 9, and then we carry on 16, 25, and 36. Okay, we could carry on, and these are just 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5, 6 times 6, etc. You are going to need to learn those numbers as the square number sequence. All right. So any one of those, again, they're infinite. They carry on forever, but you probably only really need to learn them up to 12 times 12, even though it says 15 times 15 is something that you do need to know most of the time. It won't go past 12. Yeah, so we can choose any one of these, and we could choose one if we wanted to. That would be an acceptable answer. Okay, so there's our first 3 answers to the first question. In question 2, we're going to give an example of a cube number. Now, a cube number is much like a square number, but it's a power of 3 instead of a power of 2. So 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. And so on, and so on, and so on. We get a lot larger, a lot quicker, because that's what powers do. Again, if you want to watch the powers video that I'm going to make later to help you understand that a little bit more, that would be a useful thing to do. So we could choose any of those numbers here. Again, I'm just going to choose the first one, number 1. A rational number. Now, a rational number is a number that makes a bit of sense. In a way. Okay, so rational numbers, again, we could choose the number 1 as a rational number. It's a whole number, it's an integer, it makes sense. We choose a fraction because fractions have numbers on the bottom that are whole numbers. So I'm going to choose a fraction this time. I'm going to choose half. There's a rational number, that's fine. And I've chosen that for this example here because in a rational number you could have a something that we call a surd, or a number inside a square root that doesn't give you a whole number answer. Foundation, you don't need to understand that it's called a surd, but that is an irrational number. Or you could choose something like pi. Pi is an irrational number, just a number with an insane amount of digits that goes on forever and ever and ever. Okay, so let's be fancy and let's just write the symbol pi. That is what you will learn to be 3.1415926 blah 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 blah. No one really cares about the certain number of digits after pi. I don't bother learning it. There's no point learning it. You don't need to learn it because you just need to know what pi is. It's just a number, and it is what we refer to as an irrational number. Okay, yes, anything that just has a decimal that continues to recur forever and ever. That's what an irrational number is. Number 3, we've got what square number is 9 more than a cube number. Now, I didn't list all the square numbers and the cube numbers out in these 2 questions here because I knew that this one was coming up because I made it. So let's list all the square numbers that we need to, and list all the cube numbers, and then see what square number is 9 more than a cube number. Okay, and we can answer this kind of slightly more complicated problem. And let's start with the square numbers. So square numbers are 1, and we've got them written down already, I know. Okay, 36 up to that point, and then we just need 7 times 7, which is 49. 8 times 8 is 64. 9 times 9 is 81. 10 times 10 is 100. And then 121, and then 144, and that's all I'm going to go up to. Like I said, probably 12 times 12 is just about enough most of the time. And obviously, if you're not sure what the rest of them are, you can always work it out, because you can do the Chinese box method of multiplication and do 15 times 15 or 14 times 14 or whatever you want. The cube numbers, cubes, again, just let's list the first 5. So 1, 8, 27, 64, 125. Oops. And yeah, we should be able to see that there's one here with a difference of 9. What square number is 9 more than a cube number? So is 4 9 more? No. Is 9 9 more? No, it's 8 more than 1. Is 16 9 more than 1? No. Is 16? No, that's 8 more. Is 25 9 more than 8? No. Is 36 9 more than 1? No, it's 36. 9 more than 8 is 36. 9 more than 27. Yes, it is. So the answer to our problem there is that number 36. And that's the way that we would do this question, or the way I would do this question, is list out my square numbers, list out my cube numbers, see which one's 9 more. Again, like and subscribe. Please watch the rest of my videos to continue to improve your ability in the world of maths. This is my passion. I love it. I'm hoping to inspire a few people, maybe just a few people, to enjoy doing maths and like getting questions right. Please watch the rest of the videos and click the link in the description section for practice questions.